Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are going to be watching episodes 5 and 6 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Netflix live action. From the last 4 episodes that I have watched so far, I feel like the show so far is not the worst, but I'm also not like in love with it. Personally, for me, I'm not like a huge fan of live action adaptations. I almost always favor the original material, but there have been some aspects that I've liked so far, like Zuko and Uncle Iroh's relationship. I like how well they have portrayed that. I actually really like some of the fight choreography. I think some of the fight scenes are pretty cool, like in episode 2 with Avatar Kyoshi. There are a few negatives, like how I feel about Katara and so on and so forth. But we're halfway through the season, so I feel like it could really go either way. I could end up liking it more, or I could end up liking it less. We shall see. Without further ado, let's get started on Avatar: The Last Airbender. Alright, this is episode 5. Oh, the water looked kind of bad right there. They're like, let's make the CGI look really good in the first few episodes, just so that people don't give up on the show, so that we can just skimp out on the rest of the episodes. Wow, the green screen is kind of bad in this. Yeah, I was kind of half joking, but maybe they did do that. I mean, they've had like okay green screen moments, but this one seems like extra bad.
We're getting closer to the Fire Nation border, even without Sokka's tragic dating attempts.
Hey, how was I supposed to—
Okay, Sokka is pulling. I mean, he kind of pulled in the animated series too, somehow. Also so glad that Appa is back. He wasn't anywhere in the last 2 episodes. Oh, he's so cute. It makes me wonder if in the future season they're gonna have the episode where Appa gets like captured by the sandbenders. That would be so sad. But I want them to keep that in. I want an Appa-focused episode.
It's Avatar's job to protect the natural world. That's just as important as helping people and fighting firebenders.
How many more forced have died because I wasn't here? Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Were these individual like shots filmed separately? It cuts from Sokka's face to Katara's face to Aang's face, back and forth.
Life is a cycle. Out of death comes new life. This will be a forest again.
Oh, okay. So this is the episode with shoot, I forgot what the spirit is called, but it's like the panda spirit.
No, it's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. My name's Sokka. Rhymes with Akka and Waka Waka.
Is he fucking Pac-Man?
How about Pippin Paddleopsicopolis the Third?
Nice callback to that name.
The firebenders just wanted to clear a path as they moved through the mountains. But after the fire, strange things started happening. Our crops started dying. Our animals stopped grazing. It's almost as if the land itself had gotten sick.
Well, do you expect your cows to eat burnt grass?
Something beyond this world.
Oh, the astigmatism filters back.
The people are beyond this world, but I can get them back.
Oh, whoa. Aang's got so much more confident.
No reports of anything unusual. None, except one of the resupply merchants mentioned something about kids playing with ice blocks near Sinland Pass, but he was probably mistaken.
So someone saw ice in a place where no ice should exist? Most people would call that unusual, wouldn't they? Unless they were an idiot.
I mean, I kind of am on Zuko's side, because if you're hearing reports of ice in a place where ice doesn't exist, wouldn't you connect the dots? Come on, bro.
I'd send more resources to Zhao.
Tell Colonel Shinu to mobilize the archers. And Azula. Zhao didn't discover the Avatar. Zuko did. That's what I expect from a future heir. Not self-serving flattery and coy whispers. Huh?
Let me think. So I don't doubt that they're trying to humanize Azula. So in the animated series, it was so clear that the Fire Lord favored Azula. She was the one who caught on firebending faster or was better at firebending than Zuko. She was the favorite. It's interesting to see the change where the Fire Lord is, I wouldn't say praising Zuko, but he's giving Zuko the props. Like, oh, okay, Zuko was able to find the Avatar. He did what he was told. So he's playing at this Azula's insecurities, like, oh, like your brother did this. That's how I expect a future heir to act. So it's making her feel more competitive, as opposed to the animated series where Azula didn't really feel like there was competition. She knew she was on top. She had her dad's favor, so it was like nothing could bring me down kind of attitude. I'm not sure if I like this change as much, because I think I prefer the Fire Lord and Azula being like really cutthroat, really ruthless with like the utmost confidence, because Azula's character is pretty sadistic. She is psychotic, basically. It's supposed to contrast with Zuko, who goes through that character redemption arc and ends up in the side of good. So I'm not really into how they're softening up Katara. I guess I can see the route that they're trying to take of like, oh, she's just a kid in a sibling rivalry kind of thing. But the thing is that kids can be evil. Like, it's rare, but it can happen. Being raised under the Fire Lord, it would make sense that she would grow up to be like sadistic and conniving. Like, I get that they're trying to make her more realistic, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't want realism.
You're gonna hop into the spirit world, grab the lost folks, and hop back.
Something like that, yeah.
You sounded a lot more confident before.
Yeah, exactly.
It's impossible for you to do everything.
It's like Boomy said, the Avatar has to do the impossible.
But the last episode, wait, he was literally telling Boomy, I don't have to go through it alone, I have my friends. But now he's saying the opposite?
A shrine to the spirit of the forest.
We watch over Aang. Once his spirit crosses over, his body will be vulnerable. We need to protect him.
I'm getting hungry.
Hey, do you mind? I'm trying to concentrate here.
Oh, did you see that eye roll? Oh my god, Aang was fucking over it. Bro, it took him that long to get into the spirit world? That looks so goofy. That was like a 80s fantasy effect when you start to like glow.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god, the stigmatism filter.
I heard some waterbenders might have been around these parts not long ago. Did you see them?
No.
Perhaps this...
He's so like out of his comfort zone. He is not used to doing all this.
Did you see the waterbenders?
No, like he actually truly doesn't even know.
But I heard the Avatar might be traveling with some waterbenders.
So those pirates said, no, it wasn't the pirates. It was that canyon guy. He said Avatar bought us some canyon crawlers with the help of a couple of waterbenders.
So they went through those journeys, but we don't even get to see? How dare you mention the pirates and we don't even get to see them?
Help me! She's crazy!
Oh my god, June. Arden Cho. Oh, when I heard she got casted as June, I was like, hell yeah. Oh my god, she looks so good. Okay, that jump off. That jump was kind of bad.
What are you looking at?
A low-life bounty hunter?
Big talk for a little boy.
Why'd that sound kind of flirty?
I'll let it pass because your dad's kind of cute.
Uncle Hour's like... Me? I like how they inverted it. How when they first stepped into the spirit world, they were the blue ones, but now the spirit world around them is blue and they're like regular. They just didn't want to have them glowing blue the entire time. They didn't want to spend time CGIing that.
None of you belong in here.
That is one big birdie.
Why is he here? He does not show up until book 2. So if he's here, then are we actually not gonna get that episode of with Appa?
All we want is to find our missing friends and we'll get out of here.
Wow, he was so expressive. He was like,
Ugh. There are things in here that will reveal truths to humans. It will show them who they really are.
The lesson is over.
Azula!
Could have hurt him. That's his fault.
since when did these two care about whoever Azula is fighting?
Azula, you're the best. Everybody knows that. You're perfect. It's not good enough.
See, I'm not into it. I'm not into her insecurity. I need her to be so confident that she's arrogant. I need the arrogance back.
June is the best at what she does, and that's finding people. If she fails, she doesn't get paid, and she doesn't eat.
That's kind of funny, because Zuko's the one who hired her in the anime series. I don't mind this change, since this Zuko is so desperate to prove that he can do it himself. I feel like it would make sense, because he's so prideful. Bro, the spirit in the animated series looks scary. That looks scary too.
It's the spirit of the forest.
Oh, okay. I was like, how the hell did you know that?
I can't bend!
I can't either.
Look out!
Damn, it's all up to Sokka. Use your boomerang!
Hey, Skunky, why'd you...
Oh my god, actually.
I didn't mean me.
Oh! Wait, they just left Sokka. Wait, they just left Sokka.
So much pain.
Actually, they're just scratches.
Not you. Hey, bye.
Hey, what?
Hey, bye. It's not a monster. It's hurt. That's what pain does to you. It changes you into something that you're not.
The voice actress for this fox sounds kind of familiar.
I hope you can recombobulate.
What was that? What was that sound effect? Were we supposed to notice something? Was it something on her tail? Oh, this is a horror episode. I guess that kind of makes sense. Hey Bye is kind of scary. Oh, that was kind of a cool transition.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Interesting. I kind of like that we're seeing more of Katara's mom, since she was only ever referenced in the animated show.
Where's Sokka?
He and your father should be back from their fishing expedition soon.
Oh, is this the same night that the Fire Nation attacked?
I can't bend. Someday, you are going to show the world just how powerful you are. You will protect all of us.
Ooh, it's eating at Katara's guilt that her mom died. If only I could have saved her with my bending. Oh, it's the hard truth. She's gonna learn that it wasn't her fault. There wasn't anything that she could do or whatever.
Turn the bender over.
Okay, yeah. So she tried, but she couldn't. And then he thinks it's her or some shit. She's gonna say, I'm the waterbender.
Wait! It's me.
Oh.
I'm
Of course. Damn, Katara. Why did you even try when you can't even bend yet? Not saying it was her fault her mom died, but all she had to do was just like stay quiet, not do a thing.
So much despair.
Oh, what the? Oh, that sucks.
Spirit world. More like mud world.
That was not funny, Sokka. You can do better than that.
For the strength and leadership displayed during his ice-dodging trials, I grant this mark of the wise.
The wise? Yeah, wisecracking.
If it weren't for you, Sokka would have wrecked us. We're lucky to be alive. I'd hoped when he really had to prove himself that he'd do better.
Oh, so the truth is that that's what his dad thinks of him?
Not everyone is meant to have people's lives in their hands.
Yeah, they're reinforcing the storyline of Sokka not being a good fighter, so therefore he goes the engineering route. I feel bad for him, considering like the men in their tribe have to like be trained to be warriors, so it is a little bit of a blow to the ego.
Give in to your despair.
Is that the face-stealing spirit?
Home. It isn't real. It isn't real.
That's right.
What have we here? Someone who can...
Oh, it is. Okay, so in the animated show, he learns about Ko from Avatar Roku. And Roku tells him not to like show emotion in front of him or else he'll steal your face. So how is Aang supposed to escape him now if he doesn't have that prior knowledge? Or maybe he would have the prior knowledge because all the avatars are like in him. So I guess like subconsciously he knows not to show emotion, but I feel like there should have been a scene where he should have been warned not to show emotion in front of him.
Piazza? This isn't real. It can't be. It's another trick.
I know it's hard to believe, but it's really me. This is real.
Don't trust him!
One of the last games we played.
Hey!
He's not real, Aang. You're hugging a spirit. Well, I mean, Gyatso is dead, so he would be a spirit technically.
You chose not to move on to the next stage of enlightenment? Why?
To guide you, Aang.
I knew you would need me.
Damn, is this real then? I was fucking shitting on him.
How am I supposed to save the world if I can't even save my friends?
He remembered about them. He's like, oh, fuck my friends. Gyatso is here.
That is the fog of lost souls, a place that imprisons people in their darkest memories.
So Sokka's darkest memories are when his father expressed disappointment in him, compared to Katara, who may or may not be responsible for her mother's death. Not to compare, but I feel like Katara kind of got it harder.
I've contacted Avatar Kyoshi at her shrine. I can do the same with Roku.
Except Roku's temple is in the Fire Nation.
They really sidelined Avatar Roku in the live action. All this information that Aang has been receiving, they would have come from Roku.
You couldn't have done anything if you'd stayed with us. You couldn't have prevented the war. You would have just died along with everyone else.
So he is real.
It's not your fault. So let go.
Well, it's not that simple. I don't think it's that easy to let go of the guilt.
Can we talk about it when I get back?
Of course.
Oh, he is not coming back. Poor sweet innocent child. Well, at least Gyatso was able to tell him that.
I know you're in pain. I'm gonna make this right.
Okay. Heibai's like, all right, okay. Let him cook.
Keep them safe for me, okay?
He's not gonna use Appa? How are you gonna get there? The glider can only take you so far.
And the only thing
Not them playing a drinking game. Alrighty, this is episode 6.
We spend so much time hiding who we really are.
Is this Xiao? Oh no. Damn, they all look alike from the back. Ooh, is this the episode where we see the Agni Kai?
I remember my first war council
Aww.
meeting. They were smaller affairs back then, more private. Ozai, however, seems to enjoy having an audience.
Father says he welcomes different opinions.
As if.
Look.
Like a prince.
Aww, he looks so pleased. That was a genuine compliment coming from his true father. Wow, nice transition.
I am in charge of this mission. I am the commander of this ship.
Not anymore.
Fire Lord Ozai saw fit to put me in charge of all operations related to the capture of the Avatar. I'll come by later to discuss a few personnel changes I'd like to make.
I'm not really into how Zhao has been like raised in rank. I feel like we've barely seen him do anything. Like he's kind of just there.
Lieutenant, do you know what the punishment for mutiny is?
I do, and that's why I can't do what you say. Admiral Zhao was very clear with these orders, and what would happen if we didn't follow them.
And in the previous episodes when Zuko was like, there's an order to things. There's a hierarchy. And look what's happening. There's a hierarchy happening, and now Zuko is suddenly not at the top anymore. This is also kind of on Zuko because you're kind of an asshole to this dude for like no reason. Even though this dude is kind of stupid.
Loyalty? Your nephew doesn't know the meaning of the word. If he did, he would have shown us, the people who've been with him night and day for 3 years, a lot more respect.
Exactly. Oh, this is the episode where Uncle Iroh talks about how he got his scar. And then the crew was like, damn, that's what happened? Oh, no wonder Zuko was like that. Did you hear the thunder in the back? The weather was reflecting the mood of the episode. Okay, so Crescent Island did show up. Nice. They kind of just went out of order, but that's cool. It looks good. Is the temple gonna fucking blow up, basically? That'd be so cool. How was she so sure that was the Avatar's loose thread or whatever? Is he the only one wearing red in the whole universe? What if that was just a random stranger's thread? Because it's not like Zuko and Uncle Iroh had a possession of Aang's to give to her so that she could start, hunting him down.
Fire is not meant to dominate the other elements.
Then you shall burn, along with the rest of the non-believers.
Well, at least he died doing what he believed in.
Is it not customary to bow before your elders and to avert your eyes? Hop on one leg? Forgive me, I couldn't resist.
Aang's face. Why was Roku's introduction kind of goofy? That was a little silly. He's just being a little silly goose.
Yoshi has always been kind of...
I thought you'd all be like that. Aren't avatars incarnations of each other?
I mean, you're not like that. Aang, that was a stupid question. I kind of expected Roku to look different. Why does everyone from the Fire Nation have the same hairline? The way it's like pulled back and everyone has a widow's peak.
Perhaps you've come to return what you stole from me.
What did you take?
A totem. The pendant belonged to the Mother of Faces, and she is Ko's mother. Ko longs for the same thing we all do.
Mothers?
Family.
Okay, the same thing. Sounds like Ko has some mommy issues.
The truth is, for the Avatar, friends can be a liability. It'll save you and the ones you love a lot of pain.
They're really emphasizing that point to him. It's a little too on the nose, just so that he's gonna do the opposite. His friends are not a liability, because they're the ones who's gonna help him save the world. Like, I think they need to chill out a little. We already know. We already get it. Oh, they're paralyzed. Did June already got there? Yeah, Aang didn't actually get captured by June. This is an interesting change. Not complaining. I like June. I liked her in the animated series, and I like her now, because Arden Cho is hot. That's not the only reason, but I think June, as a character herself, is pretty cool.
See you around, Avatar.
Arden Cho, don't look at me like that. Okay, I looked at Uncle Iroh's hairline. It was not the same. So that theory is gone. But considering that so many of these men have their hair pulled back, the receding hairline is real. What's it called? Like traction alopecia? Every man in the Fire Nation has that. Or is going to have that.
If you send them into the heart of the forces, how will they retreat?
Sacrifice is a part of war.
Ooh, Kind of interesting. I know Jet was only on screen for like 1.5 episodes, but they tried to do something a little similar with like the multiple bombings throughout Omashu. Even though innocent people would get lost, he was willing to sacrifice them in the same way that the Fire Lord would sacrifice these new soldiers. I mean, I will concede that Jet's whole family got murdered by the Fire Nation. He lost everyone that he loved, while the Fire Lord hasn't lost anyone. So it's more of like Jet's acting because of loss, and the Fire Lord is acting because he's just cruel and sadistic. So that is a difference in motive. But at the end of the day, both are willing to sacrifice innocent people for their own cause. I just thought it was interesting to point out.
What division do you suggest?
The 41st, they're mostly new recruits, they're expendable.
It's a terrible plan. It's unworthy of a Fire Nation officer.
There is only one way to resolve this. Agni Kai.
Oh shit. He went straight to 100. Why is that kind of funny? They just want to show off their manicure.
We'll take the Avatar.
Over my dead body.
Tempting. However...
Oh!
Where will you take him? Hopewise Stronghold for the night.
Going there would violate your banishment.
But the Avatar
is lost! For now!
I thought he was gonna start crying, which I was gonna say is so real. Like, do you ever get so mad that you start crying? I know exactly how that feels.
Make sure you get this down. Fire Lord will want to know all the details of the Avatar's capture. Make it clear I spared no effort in securing him.
Had you heard of my name before your capture, or was this the first time?
What is he talking about? Why is he kind of silly?
We have captured the Avatar! We will celebrate! We will praise the glory of the Fire Nation!
That was kind of a good speech, enough to rally them up. Okay, I was wondering if they were gonna include that into the live action. Are they gonna have a little scene where Aang's like, do you think we could have been friends?
Did you get everything?
You know it as much one as I
You know it.
Gonna be some night, huh?
Let's hope there's less fire spitting than Ann's birthday.
My eyebrows only just grew back.
What was that exchange like? Not good. The dialogue and the delivery were both kind of bad. I feel like they could have written that better, or maybe just cut it out. Like, why'd they need that?
Sound the alarm.
What a cop-out. I wanted to see some fighting.
Who are you? Right. Run now. Talk later.
Okay, I'm glad they did that. I mean, Zuko can't even talk because then Aang would know who he is, but I like how they didn't just stop to have a conversation.
Make sure to include the full transcript of my speech, but change loyal to faithful. Sounds more personal. Also,
I don't know how to describe Zhao in this live action. They made him out to be like more conniving and calculated, but in these moments where he's like, make sure you write that down. Make sure I sound good. Why is that, like, it makes him look kind of, not foolish. What's the word? Buffoon-like. He is, like, not a threat to me at all. It makes me take him so much less seriously. Ooh, cool. What, you couldn't just, okay, yeah, exactly. I was like, you can't just, like, knock the stick down?
I need the Avatar alive.
Oh, I see. Oh, smart thinking, Zuko. What was that?
Do you have a shot? Take him out.
Ooh. Ooh. That's kind of sick. Aang. Damn. Quick thinking.
Kill the mercenary and recover the Avatar now!
Well, damn, take your time, eh? It's not like we're in a rush or anything.
Can I ask you something? Goat hair or rabbit? Your calligraphy brush. Your characters are so neat. Monks used to say lemur droppings were more legible than my brush strokes.
Oh, Aang's trying to make conversation.
A lot of the time when I was supposed to be meditating, I was actually sleeping. I just got caught. Probably didn't help that I snored.
They're bonding.
That's what you want? To be the next Fire Lord?
Of course, it's what everyone expects of me.
You know, I'm the Avatar. It's what everyone expects of me. All I do is worry about that.
Wow, we have more in common than we thought. Wow, these transitions between the present and the past, Zuko, kind of on point. They've actually been like pretty good transitions.
Rise and fight, Prince Zuko, so you can learn some respect.
Well, he won't fight you because he respects you. I can't with Azula's wig. Oh. Oh. Zuko's actually fighting back. Oh, but we don't see a scar on his shoulder? Huh. Why did the Fire Lord look sad that he had to do that? Bro, I want the Fire Lord to be straight up evil. Straight up sadistic. I don't want him to have feelings, basically. To feel sadness for what he did to his son.
If we knew each other back then, do you think we could have been friends?
Oh, he said it. He fucking said it. Well, Zuko's not gonna paddle furiously to get back to shore to catch Aang?
Have you ever wondered how you and the others were assigned this mission? The good news is, he says your vision will be fine, which means you have the good fortune of continuing to bask in my beauty.
You must be willing to give up the weak to make yourself strong.
Sometimes the weak can become stronger.
Damn. Even after getting burned, Zuko still talks back. Okay. Respect?
You will find, capture, and bring me the Avatar. And since you're so concerned with the 41st Division, take them with you. As your crew.
Oh. So Zuko actually saved their lives. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
You're all alive because of my nephew's sacrifice. You're injured.
I'm fine.
We should have someone look. I'm not going to ask you where you went. I would appreciate it if you let me know whether or not you're still alive.
There actually are a few of us who care about such things.
Oh, his voice. Oh, his voice choked up.
Our prince has returned.
Oh, I like this scene with the music in the background. What was the whole point of Sokka and Katara facing their truths? Like, we only saw it for like a short moment or two. Like, did they learn anything from that? Aside from them thinking everything was their fault?
I guess that's why we feel the need to hide away and protect ourselves. So we put on a mask. What's hard is knowing that sometimes the mask is who we really are.
Wait, what?
What's hard is knowing that sometimes the mask is who we really are.
Okay. It took me a while, but I kind of got what they meant. Because I was like, that line doesn't really make sense. Because masking means the true you is what's under the mask. But I get what Uncle Iroh was saying when it was showing Zuko's mask on screen. So he puts on the metaphorical mask in front of everyone else so that he can like survive. He can bring his honor back and go back home in front of his father. But the physical mask is who he really is. A good person. Okay. Yeah, okay. It makes sense when I phrase it that way, because I was confused. Okay, that was episodes 5 and 6. What are my thoughts? Heibai was kind of secondary. Heibai was mad that nature had gotten ruined because of the firebenders and all that, but Aang planted that acorn and was like, oh, nature will grow again, whatever, and then that was it. Ko was the one responsible for keeping Katara and Sokka in the spirit world, which is interesting because that was all Heibai. There wasn't much more to him, and then all Aang had to do was like return that little totem thing, and it was resolved like just like that. Why didn't they just give it all to Heibai? I'm kind of disappointed on how little we have seen Azula, but I feel like that also kind of makes sense because it's not really Azula's time on screen yet. But so far, what I've been seeing, I've kind of not been liking. When we first got introduced to her, when those spies got burned to death, she was smiling. She was enjoying that. But now they're portraying her as someone who's insecure, who feels the need to win her father's approval and everything, which I guess, yeah, that's a more realistic approach, but it's kind of boring. I feel like that's a boring approach to her character and her dynamic with her father and her brother. I feel like with the live action, everything has been really like on the nose, just spelled everything out for you. Like, yes, Azula versus Zuko, that clear divide. Obviously their father is trying to pin them against each other, but it was more subtle in the animated series. Like, you could still pick up on it, but it wasn't so like in your face. Same with like Sokka and Katara when they had like their fights. They explain it to you like right then and there. There's no nuance. Not really into Zhao's character either. I wasn't really into him when he first got introduced, and I've consistently not liked him. I just don't take him seriously. He's not very threatening. Honestly, I feel like if Aang just dueled him, he would fold so easily. I do like how Zuko centered these episodes are. We're seeing a lot more of Zuko and his past and like how he's gotten to where he is now. I've enjoyed that, and it's made me like how the actor has been portraying him to this point. Zuko has improved a lot from the first episode. With Aang, I don't know. In the first few episodes, he did really well, but for some reason in these 2 episodes, his acting has been kind of off. His expressions have been flat. His voice is a little flat. Hopefully it improves in the last 2 episodes, but I don't know. It's very like hit or miss with his acting. Oh yeah, Fire Lord. So I know I just said that the live action doesn't have a lot of nuance, but this is the opposite with this Fire Lord, where they humanized him a lot more, especially with that scene where he looked a bit remorseful when he was burning Zuko. In the anime series, it was straightforward. Like, he was sadistic, he's cruel. For this one, they're humanizing him so that there is more nuance. Like, oh, I'm not just a ruthless man. I'm trying to teach him a lesson. There's a reason behind why I do the things that I do. I just would have preferred him as just like flat out ruthless. I feel like not every villain needs to be humanized. Some villains can just stay villains. Like, they're just evil. No backstory, no nothing. And this is what he's done. This is what he's going to do, and blah, blah, blah. Like, so I'm not as into the changes that they've made with the Fire Lord and Azula. I mean, I kind of get why they're doing it with Azula, because she is a child, so they want to put in that storyline of like why she's the way that she is. I just personally don't care. Yeah, I'm excited for the Northern Water Tribe. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you for the last 2 episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender.